Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you the second section of Cato Neimoidia in my Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 video walkthrough on Unleashed difficulty. And when you enter this room can be pretty challenging. Obviously, if you fully upgrade, this room's a fucking cakewalk, but the best thing to do is to clear out the first bunch of stormtroopers, and then you need to jump onto that pedestal in front of me there to my right, and then jump over onto the bridge where that sniper is. If you can do that, you'll see me fuck up, because, I don't know, must have been a bad day. But if you can jump up onto there, you can pretty much stay up here for the duration of this fight and just kill everybody from the balcony, because once you clear the balcony out, nobody can get up to it. And just throw them into the red force field over there, it will kill, or do that. That'll work too. But, there you go, instant death on everything that touches that force field. And what happens here is, once you've killed everything in the room, the force field generally goes down, and sometimes there's something you need to break, which is like these little machinery things, but I have to go through this door, so cruise through the door. Be careful, there's a ton of jetpack guys, and there's a bunch of guys that'll run around the corner to come for you. Electrocute the jetpack guys, electrocute these guys, throw them off the edge. And then when you come to this door, there's going to be almost an identical room to the one we were just in. And through here there's going to be Sith acolytes, so open the door for them, and then wait for them to come to you. If you go in the room, you will risk being shot by the balcony guys and being hit by the acolytes. So just irritate them with your lightning to get them to come for you. As you can see, the dudes with the purple lancers are going to come. And when they come out of the door, throw them off the balcony. Just like that. Easiest way to deal with them, dead simple. As you can see though, the AI is not very good on this game, so they're not too sure what they're doing, they're not too sure whether to push or not. He's off the balcony. It's like, come on, come here. And then they're not doing out, so I'm going to come in and do my throw move on the acolytes, boost across, finish him off. There you go. Watch this one, he fires a big purple energy at you. That's his little repulse move. Chuck him, execute him. Just watch out for that sniper, because they do have a melee attack. And look, that's when you don't execute them quick enough, they will stand back up. And what I'm doing right now is a constant stun move. If you keep going X, X, Y, X, X, Y, you will do a combo that finishes with electricity, and it will constantly stun the guys. There's nothing they can do, it stun locks them. Anyhow, once you've done that, get onto the balcony, cruise across here, and you have to destroy this elevator or this power thing or whatever the hell it is. And that will enable you to carry on. He says, and then it's not carried on. Let's have a look, where's it wanting me to go? Oh, you've got to fall down the elevator, sorry. So once you drop down here, you'll notice exact same kind of room we've been in. Jump straight onto the balcony, because the height advantage always wins. Take out the snipers, take out the dudes. There's another one of the lance guys. Throw him into the red force field, insta-kill him. Just remember to keep boosting so that you don't get caught by random fire, because everything on this game will shoot you. And just slice these dudes up. You know, it's so overpowered, that force grip, I love it. But just kill dudes, keep killing dudes. And be careful, because that looks like it was a rocket, which means there's probably an ATST somewhere. There he is. In here you can throw all the scenery at him and it's going to do tons of damage, or you can throw his rockets back at him, which will do equal damage. I mean, Force Lightning hurts him a ton, Saber Throw hurts him a ton. It's basically how you want to play. Just keep your distance, because if you go close to them, they'll shoot you with a laser that does a ton of damage, so stay away from that. And then you'll notice a couple of Sith acolytes have just spawned, and there's also a bigger enemy across there. So what I do is I run all the way over here and I stand behind this pillar. And what it does is, the big enemy won't come for you, but the Sith acolytes will. And if you stand on this corner, you can cheese them with your sword attack, or you can just wait for them to come around the corner, grab them and execute them. But I think I'm going to use the sword combo on this one, because I did the first time through. And what it is you can hit them through the walls, and do you notice how it stuns him? Oh, I got fucked then. But yeah. Throw them, execute them, dead simple. See ya, pal. And he's over there somewhere, so lightning to try and stun him, grab him, then execute him. It's the quickest, Most easiest way to do it. And then you'll notice the ATST, who also spawned. You can throw slot machines at him if you want to, that'll do a ton of damage. Saber throw him, or just keep chucking his missiles back. This enemy is not challenging, it's only challenging when there's other things irritating you at the same time. A safe way of fighting this guy, if you're not confident in fighting them, is to jump up onto the balconies and just electrocute them from the balconies, because they can't hit you and you can hit them, and you can just keep waiting for your force powers to recharge and keep attacking it. That is what I did the first time through when I didn't have any upgrades. I stayed up here and I just electrocuted it. I threw my lightsabers and I fired the missiles back if it did get some range. And what that assures is that none of the stormtroopers or any of the enemies like the Sith acolytes, they can't do a damn thing to you on the balconies. And you can focus on the big machine and then come down and clean up everybody else. But as I've said, this game is not challenging, and if you know how to fight or you know how to approach every enemy, you shouldn't have any problems. And in here there's going to be a War Droid with his shield, and the frozen people means that he can freeze you in carbonite, but it also means you can throw the carbonite back at him and freeze him. So as per usual, always grab his shield, throw shit at him. That's his carbonite, he's firing at me, dodge that shit. And cause it's all steamy and, you know, dry icy, you can't see too much, so that works against you. But there you go, that freezes him. Then I charge my lightsaber throw, and I throw a frozen dude at him, charge my lightsabers again, and there you go. Really simple. If you're not upgraded, or if you don't have fully upgraded lightsaber throw, it might take 3 or 4 of them, but it's such an overpowered move you shouldn't have any trouble. And just carry on through this room, because it's going to be the exact same of what we've just been doing. There's going to be more enemies spawn, another War Droid will spawn, and if you come up to this balcony, you're safe again, just like you would have been in the other room. You can focus on the War Droid from the balcony and there's nothing he can do to you. And he freezes the door so you can't continue. But this is not a challenging fight. As you can see from up here, you can cheese him from the balcony. Because look, I can't even see him and I'm still using a force move on him to get rid of his shield. And then look, you can electrocute him from up here. Nothing he can do. Not a damn thing. You've effectively broken this enemy. He can't hurt you, you can hurt him. Just be careful of the Sith acolytes, because that one nearly hit me. And if you want to focus on the Siths and ignore the War Droid, just run away again. They will come for you a lot quicker than he will. And you can just focus on them and kill them. So sit behind a pillar so they can't hit you with any of the bullshit attacks. Wait for them to come. Throw them and execute them. And this is the strategy for this game, because they don't introduce any other features, any other like tactics. You don't need any other tactics. It's this simple. It's just, I don't know, man, it's not a good game. And the first game was by no means any different to this. They just mixed it up with enemy types and different skins and different outfits and different locations, and you never were fighting too long in one area to get completely annoyed with it, because you were always moving on to something more ridiculous. And as soon as you got pissed off with platforming or pissed off with taking on an enemy, you'd have a boss fight and you'd have to completely mix up your approach. And even the storyline on the first game, it wasn't great, but you were interested because you were a badass killing Jedis. Like, I mean, you went to that bar for no reason other than to smash up a bar. It's so upsetting as a gamer, because we pay all this money for games, they spend all this time making games, and sometimes they just don't learn anything, and other times they take on board far too many criticisms and far too many opinions of the community, and they don't focus on a fully realised product, and instead they try and please everybody, and it just amalgamates into something that doesn't really deliver on any front. And I think that's the major problem with this game. In the quest to try and tone down the things that people didn't like, they've turned it into Streets of Rage in 3D. And don't get me wrong, I fucking loved Streets of Rage when I was a kid. I used to play that shit all the time when I got home from school, but at the end of the day, you're just running forward, pressing a button to kill a dude. And I know you could probably say that about a ton of games, but it doesn't hide the game mechanics as well as those games do. First person shooters, sure, you're just walking a camera around and pressing a trigger to kill people. but it's hidden by the fact that you're in a beautiful location, you're using awesome feeling guns, the sound design is perfect, everything about it makes it a lot more dramatic and cinematic than it ever would be. And on top of here, this is weird, this bit, because it's kind of bullshitty. And what's going to happen is this dude's going to be firing at you, and you have to throw missiles back at it. And what happens is, you can do the block just before it touches your bullshit, or you can just use your force. And I would advise force, because that block is garbage. And just fire the missiles back at him. But do you notice how you see the glowing spots on the craft? That means where the impacts are going to be. And this thing has life, and the missiles do a ton of damage. But I've never actually failed this section, so I don't know if it's always meant to be kind of close, or if it's just a bullshit section. But keep throwing them back, and when he does the numerous ones, try and deflect them, because your block is your best way to do that, because for some reason when you use the force grip it doesn't get all the missiles and you'll end up getting hit. But push these ones back with your force, and then stand where the glowing dots are on the craft and try and deflect them. You see, that fucked up, and that took a ton of damage. But yeah, there's a checkpoint just before this, so if you do cock up, I'm sure you'll have no problems trying it the next time. It's just, this isn't a case of you dying, this is a case of the tram dying, because this bit is a bit bullshit. But as soon as this happens, you've done it, and it'll do the cutscene to the end of this section of the level. So thank you guys for watching my videos. I do apologise that I'm fully upgraded, it's just the bullshit that is this game. And I'll see you in the next stuff, so you take care.